Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
And there's another one! It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! Needs the point, and it's alive! Hansen pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
It's time for our fourth and final game of the day at Kent State University's Schoonover Stadium. 12-2 NMC Carevic, 0-0 PressOn Athletics. What a matchup to close out today. Holmes County well represented on this PressOn roster like it was last year. We saw a magical night for them against the H24 Longhorns, a game that out of nowhere they came in, competed, and won. And they look to do the same here today against a very talented NMC squad. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. It'll be Andrew Lancaster on the mound for PressOn today. Wearing number 12, just graduated out of Strasburg Franklin High School. A good run for Strasburg, making it to the regional tournament, bowing out in the regional championship game. And a big reason why this group has not played yet this season is because, well, you have a lot of guys on Berlin Highland, a group that made it to the state championship game, bowing out to Lake Center Christian. On top of that, a few Waynedale players who just won a state title. So all in all, a good reason not to be playing baseball is because a lot of your guys are playing baseball elsewhere, competitively and for a state championship. And I think that'll definitely suffice for everybody over at PressOn. Very proud of this group, and they are ready to rock and roll at 3:16. We are relatively on schedule today, but we did have a good gap in between games 2 and 3. Either way, this is what you want to see. The nightcap, two amazing teams going at it. It'll be a 1-1 count to get things going for Zach Cray, the center fielder. Gray, McMillan, and Courtney 1 through 3 do up this inning for NMC as they are bringing out their 18 for this one. Lancaster's 1-1 will back out Gray. A lot of the big changes include Colloran behind the plate, McCune at first, and it'll be the most likely ace for this team going forward, Blake Miller, on the mound. Gray fouls off the 2-1, evening things up at 2-2. Just two really good ball clubs right here. Of course, PressOn, a newer group. We've already talked about it. Coach Hansey has done a great job with this group, top to bottom. And of course, their Christian message makes them one of the best teams that we see. Gray fly ball sent into left field, and this one will be caught for out number 1. Beyond just having a Christian message and a Christian value set, this group is small town born and bred. That is what makes this group as well such a tight-knit roster. It's impressive. It's a bunch of small schools going at it, but they combine, and again, if you put Berlin Highland up against some of the best teams in Division I, they'll take it to a good game. If not, they'll win. That team we saw, of course, earlier on this year over at Canal Park, a game that was cut short. But this is really where summer ball shows its peak. You have a bunch of different cameras out today, a bunch of different college coaches here, trying to see the best of the best to see who they can add to their rosters. McMillan, a good drive into left field, but this one is going to go well foul. I believe Westminster and YSU among confirmed coaches here today in attendance. And that is just what you want to see for these guys. A chance to get in front of college coaches, and for maybe one or two guys, as the window opens for contact, a chance to get some of that contact from the best coaches in the area to give them a chance to go on and show what they can do at the next level. And there's the swing and miss, 2 down. Lancaster gets his first strikeout of the day, and that'll bring us to Owen Courtney, the third baseman. Once again, you want to see more Owen Courtney next season? Tune into our Tri-C broadcast. We'll see him plenty. I believe we saw around 17 Tri-C games this year. Hoping to continue that trend next year. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be Andrew Lancaster, Carson Yoder, and A.J. Miller, 1 through 3, due up for PressOn. Lancaster's 1-0 goes wide for ball 2. And talking to Coach Hansey, he did say this group is undersized, but again, you can never underestimate small-town USA baseball. No good has ever come from underestimating it. But Courtney, a good drive deep to left field, still going back, and this one is going to drop at the wall for extra bases. Courtney will stop at second with a 2-out double. A loud first hit of the day for the former New Philadelphia baseball player. An excellent swing, and he will see that same exact show time and time again up at the Mott this upcoming season. What a swing and drive from Owen Courtney. A 2-out double brings us to Braden Colloran. Already a bases clearing 3 RBI double today. 5 total bases, 3 RBIs. He has looked stellar playing on his home diamond, or at least a diamond that he will call home in a few years' time. Another good swing, deep to left center field. This one, though, is playable, and it's tracked down in the left center field gap. A nice job there by Hartzler coming up to it and making the grab to retire the side. A 2-out double from Owen Courtney does not lead to any damage for NMC in the top of the first inning. To the bottom of the frame we go. Lancaster, Yoder, Miller due up for PressOn here at Schoonover Stadium.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Blake Moore, the ace for NMC, the ace for Keystone. He is ready to go in the bottom of the first inning, topping out at about 94 miles per hour. Excited to see what he can do today against this press-on offense. And he is coming out with some heat. Not too many guys with a flamethrower for an arm at the Division 5 through 7 level. But if you find a guy that can play for one of those teams that are at the top of those age brackets, or so to speak, then you're in a good spot. Deep drive, though, to center field. And Gray is going to make the catch for out number 1 and lose his hats. And somehow caught that, too. He caught the baseball and caught the hat as well. But if you can find a guy that can touch the 90s, or in this case, the mid-90s, consistently, Division 5 through 7, you have yourself a gem. And with one down, that'll bring us to Carson Yoder, the second baseman. Yoder wearing number 2 today, a rising senior over at Berlin Highland High School. First pitch wide for ball 1. But the Highland Hawks, a really good baseball organization, top to bottom. Can't forget about the Monogolds, though. The Monogolds really make that program go around. And a lot of them ending up at Malone. This time, a high pop-up into left field. And it is going to be caught for out number 2. A nice job tracking that one down by McMillan. So 2 up, 2 down to begin the home half of the first. And that'll bring us to A.J. Miller, the shortstop. Good contact so far from PressOn. They're jumping out early and getting aggressive, which is what you have to do against this NMC team. Only difference, if the Bobcats could have done it and could have gotten some hits, that's a different game. Here, you have a chance to really write the script for this game and go from here and say, you know what? No matter what happens, we put a good showing on display against one of the top teams in this bracket pool. Again, in my opinion, entering play, NMC, 12-2 now. They're the favorites, for a reason as well. Blake Moore's 1-2 is driven deep to right, or the 0-2 is, and it'll be foul. For NMC in the top of the second inning, it'll be McCune, Blomquist, and Leach. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the visitors. Moore tries the 0-2 again, and this time he'll miss it high. Still packing plenty of heat. This is the definition of high heat. It is above the zone. It's coming in like a rocket. You have to leave those. Now the 1-2 goes to the corner of the zone. His infield thought it was strike 3. I think he thought it was strike 3. The umpire, though, not so much. But good stuff so far from him. He'll try it again. Moore's 2-2. High again. We are full. If the inning were to go beyond Miller, we would go to Cameron Stevens, the EH. A non-graduate of Tuslaw High School. Out of the Massillon area. Payoff pitch. It skips in for ball 4. It'll be a 2-out walk for the shortstop. So we will see Stevens step in the batter's box for the first time today. Both teams getting a runner on in the first inning. Of course, a walk versus a double is a very quick debate as to which one is better. But still a good start for the Athletics. They're getting in rhythm and they're figuring this one out. But to go and hit against a guy like Miller, or rather against Moore, it's going to take a lot of coordination and just a lot of willpower. The 0-1, a good miss. They've swung the bat quite well. They just need something to drop, and I think that could be a big issue for them today. If there is to be an issue why they don't win, I think it'll be good swings, just not getting down. The 1-1, good hold. After Stevens, it'll go to Wheeler, the third baseman. But a good start to this top-tier battle. Count sitting at 2-1 on the number 4 hitter. Moore back to work, another good hold. And on the appeal, they say he didn't go. I didn't think it was necessarily close. But anytime you think you can go and win an appeal, even when you think you can't, I would say go out there and do it. No harm, no foul. You don't have a limited amount. You can go out there and do it whenever. Good swing, but foul on the 3-1. Count now full on the number 4 hitter. Moore looking to get out of this first inning. has pitched well so far. Only the one walk as a blemish. The payoff pitch, it's in the dirt for ball 4. So back-to-back walks surrendered here by Blake Moore. And that'll bring us to Wesley Wheeler, the third baseman. Wheeler, a member of the class of 2028, a rising junior over at Worcester High School. Definitely has some good talent going forward. His contact period did just open. We'll see if anybody does bite and give him an offer. Once again, there is a sea of coaches down below, so to speak. They're here. A lot of cameras down below us in that region. YSU a little bit off to the right side. The scouts are here. They're trying to evaluate some talent to see who the next big star is. Or in some cases, who can these guys get to make their program better? It's a big time to do it. Moore's 0-2. Taken inside and dropped. I think even if he did catch it, maybe a frame, gets strike 3, maybe not. But a good take nonetheless from Wheeler. Just needs to continue his patience. But if it's close, attack. The 1-2, he will swing and miss. And that will do it for the first inning. Moore does get his strikeout in the end. He now has 1 to match the efforts of Lancaster. A good battle brewing in Kent during our nightcap game. Again, 3:15 nightcap. Doesn't really go hand in hand, but our final game of the day is looking good so far. No score through 1 in Kent.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Both pitchers earn a strikeout in the first inning, and we now flip to the top of the second. No score, as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Lancaster ready to go for PressOn as his first pitch is swung on and missed by McCune. This inning for NMC, Gavin McCune, River Blomquist, and Cade Leach. 5 through 7 due up. Trying to get the offense going a little bit earlier than they got it going in game number 1 for them today. McCune, good rip over towards third. Throw on over to first base is going to be wide. The tag is going to be there for out number 1. We'll watch that one back on the replay as that was definitely close. But a nice adjustment over at first by Yoder to go and apply the tag. The throw definitely was wayward from Wheeler. But that's where you have your third baseman put the ball in the vicinity, and your first baseman pick him up. Exactly what happened there in the tag? Yeah, pretty convincing. I think he got him. So 1 up, 1 down to begin the second inning. And a swing and a miss there for River Blomquist. Had a solid first game today. Once again, playing in right field for the second straight game. The 0-1, a good take. Had a double back in that game. Some good putouts, just overall good power. He brings a lot to the table, not only for his high school, but also for NMC. The 1-1 Blomquist fouls it off right towards the NMC dugouts. Again, just looking down below, I feel like this is the game that we are seeing the most attention from the scouts. That could be a good thing or a bad thing pressure-wise. It just depends on how both sides handle it. Here's the 1-2 swing and a miss. Lancaster handling the pressure quite well. It's 2 up, 2 down, and he now has 2 strikeouts. As well, I do want to note, we did get a cheat sheet sort of thing from Coach Hansey over at PressOn. It's great to see that everybody has their year, number, hand side, bat side, positions, all of that listed out, even GPA on the sheet. That's what you want to see, because he'll just go out there and hand it to a college coach and say, hey, this is who I have. And even us in the media, hey, this is what I have. We don't really evaluate talent to the same extent as a scout would. But we're still out here giving our thoughts on how the game is going and what can be done to make it better. So in that way, we are a talent evaluator as well. And I will say for the record, I do not want to get into scouting with SmeeSports. I don't think it's good for our brand, but that catch is good for our brand. What a snag by Lancaster. And he will strut on off the mound. But to finish the thought as we watch the replay back, I think being up here and being able to give our thoughts just like that being a great catch, that's what we enjoy doing. But getting the sheet, it's helpful for coaches, it's helpful for us. But I want to see more coaches have that. I know OSF, they have that quite often. Release has it as well. But just a cheat sheet to hand to a coach, or in my case, media, and say, this is who we have. This is everything you need to know about them. Anything else you find is on your own. Stats, you can find that on your own or ask the player yourself. I like the way that it's formatted here. We'll keep it here during the break a little bit just to kind of go over my thoughts. But it's a crazy era right now with scouting. NIL is going bonkers. It's off the wall. D3, at least D3, you can't give out athletic scholarships. So that makes it a little bit easier to manage it, I guess, to an extent. But at the same time, you're competing for the same players. It's not easy. Now, JUCO has become a really good route, especially in baseball. Think Tri-C, think what C-Max is building over at Bryan and Stratton that we have talked about. KSU Tusk in the USCAA realm with Cole Morozic as the head coach over there. OVCC building something as well. A lot of levels are being introduced. Scouting is just going crazy. But again, high school coaches, I would even say. High school coaches and travel ball coaches. Once your players are at the age where they can be recruited, create these sheets. It'll make evaluators' jobs a lot easier. Even something we say up here can end up on social media, a highlight, a soundbite, information you give us, it can get out to the right people. You just need to make sure that you have the right information to give out to the talent evaluators to make their job specifically easier down below us, but also up here in the booth as we talk about these players and say, hey, this guy can go D1. He has the stuff to be a great player at X school, Y school, Z school, you name it. But we go back to the action here. First pitch strike. Just a lot of things going on to talk about. But definitely an interesting time to be a high school athlete. Not an easy one either. And even when I played towards the back end, not that I was really ever considering playing a sport at the next level outside of maybe a little bit of baseball and then quickly no, it's changed. The 0-2 high for ball one. I know at one point I did want to just kind of, things didn't go the way it was going to in my mind. And now here we are, up here in the booth, evaluating players who were in my shoes 5-6 years ago. The 1-2, perfect from Moore. It's 1 up, 1 down. He now has 2 strikeouts today, back-to-back, going back to last inning. As of right now, this is going to be a pitcher's duel, and if it is, I think that'll make for a really good game. And beyond that, a really good opportunity for Moore. I would say with the arm speed, a D1 talent pitching in front of YSU, you put the pieces together. And I know when I went down for the lineup card, YSU was talking to this NMC coaching staff, I believe, talking about Moore. It could be a good fit for the future. The 0-1 misses wide. Who knows, you could see Moore combined with our very own friend Bo Davis over at YSU. The now former Alliance catcher and the first ever SmeeSports Player of the Month. The 1-1 wave and a miss from Damon Troyer. Troyer wearing number 3, a member of the class of 2027 out of Berlin Highland High School. Got to see him earlier on this season. The 1-2, perfect from Moore. It's 2 up, 2 down. He has found his rhythm. The 2 walks woke him up. 3 strikeouts now on the day. That'll bring us to Brody Hartzler, the center fielder. Hartzler, primarily a center fielder / outfielder, plays his high school ball for Garaway, which I believe he does catch for the Pirates. But of course, high school ball, it's a lot of where can you play for me, opposed to summer ball is this is where you play, you will get time at this spot. And I was a member of that even when I played JV baseball. As a catcher, got put in at first and in right field. I think one game in center as Hartzler pops this one into right center field, and that's going to drop for a 2-out single. A nice little pop there from Hartzler, and that'll keep the inning going. PressOn, they get their first hit of the day, and that'll bring us to Isaac Yoder, the first baseman. Just a nice little pop, and that'll bring us to the senior out of Worcester. Anything to keep the inning going and just extend the inning. And beyond that, if you can get Moore's pitch count to go relatively high early on, that could force him out of the game before he is ready to come out. Again, he has plenty of speed behind his pitches. He just needs to make sure he doesn't overextend himself, throwing too many fast pitches, especially the fastballs in a row. And that could really cause some trouble for him. But once again, you have the scouts here. This is where you really have that pressure. Every game there's pressure to perform because you never know who's watching. But when it's actually in front of you, you can actually stare them down before you pitch. It means a little bit more. Yoder, he will get jammed up over towards third and the inning is over. Nice simple snag there for Owen Courtney. And we will go to the top of the third inning in Kent. No score so far. A pitcher's duel here at the Kent State Invites.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Top 3 here at Schoonover Stadium, our final game of the day. NMC and PressOn tied at 0 as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Nice little ground ball over to second to get the inning going. It's 1 up, 1 down as Briggs rolls over to the second baseman in Yoder. Bottom 3 due up this inning, Briggs, Cotton, and Rimke, 8 through 10 for NMC. This offense is trying to find their way. They did score in the top of the third in their first game today. But right now, their struggle is getting through Andrew Lancaster. He has been rock solid. Impressive from him. He connects on the outer portion of the zone for strike 1. But every single game today, we have seen 9+ runs. 9 being the lowest in the last game. I think this one, though, it'll bring us back down to earth with a more realistic expectation. Kind of think first the 3 could win this game. This does feel like a big school versus small school game before an OHSAA tournament. This is what it really feels like. Say, Hoover played Waynedale to prepare for the Final Four this year. This is what this game feels like with the levels of schools. But 2 equally good teams. The 0-2, swing and a miss. It's 2 up, 2 down. Andrew Lancaster up to 3 strikeouts on the day, 1 in each inning, all of which have been swinging. Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn. If this is going to be what we expect from here on out, we are in store for a treat to end out the day here. Now a fly ball sent into shallow right center field. It'll be the second baseman, Yoder, underneath it, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the PressOn defense. These guys are fighting with everything they have, and they're making play after play happen. To the bottom of the third we go. Still scoreless here at Schoonover.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we get back to the action, we have been, of course, monitoring the weather all day today. As of right now, still seeing around 7 o'clock it could rain here. There have been some reports around 5 o'clock it could hit in Kent. The reason why we're updating so much, A, it's rain because, well, we're here and the weather is going to matter. But it's coming towards 6 o'clock. But at least the western portion of Ohio right now is in a really high threat. So once again, whatever information we have, we'll try to update people, especially over in Holmes County, as I think they're going to get it before any of us get it in Cleveland. The 1-1, perfectly there for strike two. Again, it's weird. You have to be a weatherman and a sportscaster in the summer, especially with baseball, and especially with all the severe storms that have been coming through. This is the second one this week. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Speaking of a severe storm, Blake Moore is creating one on the mound. He now has 4 strikeouts. He has looked stellar so far. 1 punch out in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 so far in the bottom of the third as we go back to the top of the order with Andrew Lancaster. 0 for 1 today with a fly out to center field. That time he'll take strike 1. Pitcher's duel. You gotta love it. We love a good defensive showing here at SmeeSports, and that is exactly what we're getting. We've seen some good aggressive swings as well, but again, the winning team probably has around 3 runs. I would be surprised if one team really has that big blow-up inning, but you never know. As well, I think the timer started at around 3:15, so we're about a half an hour in and nearly through 3 innings. Just shows how quick this game has gone by with the defenses. The 2-1, did he go? They'll check, and they say he held. So 3-1 count on Lancaster with Carson Yoder, the second baseman, in the on-deck circle, who put an end to the top of the inning. Had both putouts from the field. There is ball 4, Lancaster, good patience. And it'll be a 1-out walk for the pitcher. 2 combined hits so far today. 2 combined hits. A double for Owen Courtney and a single for Hartzler. As for the walks, we have seen 3 today from Moore, none from Lancaster. Both sides, though, pitching great games. Nice stop behind the plate there from Colleran. Doesn't have much to prove, but again, he is playing on his future home diamond. And I'm sure there is a sense of pride about defending your home turf. And that has to be on the back of his mind today. Can't be towards the front. You're playing for Kent to an extent right now, but more, you're representing NMC and St. Ignatius. Once again, St. Ignatius, they produce top talents. That cookie jar is an appealing one for college coaches. Yoder, though, takes this ball into left field, and it is going to be tracked down by the center fielder, Gray, for out number 2. A good shot into the gap, but once again, Yoder flies out towards the left side of the field this time to the center fielder opposed to the left fielder. But 2-away now for A.J. Miller, who walked his first time up. Bottom of 3, scoreless in Kent. And that ball will bounce off of Miller. Just kind of clunked him on the arm, and that'll put a pair on here for Stevens. Base hit could score a run here for PressOn Athletics. Again, a massive test to see where they are at to begin their season. They have 2 less losses than NMC, who has played 14 games, just to put that out there, just to kind of exacerbate the comparison. Of course, in media, you kind of have to draw out and fully fledge some of the storylines sometimes. And that's kind of an example where you go and say, well, they have 2 less losses, but they've played no games. But right now, if you're Stevens, you're thinking about taking this one the opposite way into right field. You get that one down the line. Odds are, PressOn does take the lead at that point, which would be massive going forward. But you're down to 1 strike here. Moore bringing it back. 4 strikeouts so far today, looking for his 5th to cap off the 3rd inning. Beautiful day of baseball at Kent. The scouts are watching. What can Moore deliver? There it is. He went. His 5th strikeout of the day ends the inning. Blake Moore and Andrew Lancaster going pitch for pitch, strikeout for strikeouts, out for out. To the 4th we go. A quick one so far. Scoreless at Schoonover.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
As we've been saying so far today in this game, if you love defense, this is the place to be. Scoreless as this one is sent up the middle. A tough play to make from short. The throw dropped on the pick. A good attempt for Miller. Yoder couldn't pick it. And it'll be a leadoff infield single for Zach Gray, legging that one out. Only the 3rd total hit combined today in our final action. Once again, one more game after this overall in Kent, so if you're feeling up to it, come on out and watch T3 Mendoza take on Force Cruz. But with the storms coming in, with our equipment and everything, we are making a quick getaway after this game is over to protect ourselves and, of course, the gear. Never an easy decision. We kind of made it last night of, okay, the rain got moved up from 9. It's still going to be tough. Now it's coming in at 6, so it's the right call. We never want to make it where we do less games than usual, but still, 4 solid. We have 15 still this week in total, which I don't know what to tell you beyond 15 if that's not satisfactory. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball over towards short. A chance for redemption here. And he will be redeemed. What a pick as well at first by Isaac Yoder. That's how you do it. Just an excellent play altogether. And that'll take care of McMillan. And that'll bring us to Owen Courtney. So really impressive work altogether. And there is ball one. So I guess going back to it, he was out on that prior one, in which he was safe initially. Really didn't exactly see what happened. But clearly something we missed. Have to go back and check to see exactly what went wrong. But a 2-0 counts. And a good pitch from Lancaster, hitting the inner portion of the zone. Just trying to keep it going here. Courtney does have the double. You have to keep that in mind and be careful of that. This time he will get jammed up a high pop-up over towards third. And it is going to be caught to end the inning. A nice snag by Wheeler as NMC once again will go in order. At the halfway point, it remains scoreless. Stop us if you heard it. A pitcher's duel in Kent. Buckle up.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Back on here at Kent, bottom of the fourth inning. Still scoreless, a pitcher's duel at hand. Wheeler, Alarcon, Troyer, 5 through 7 due up here for PressOn as Blake Moore continues to mow down batter after batter. 5 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed, a couple of free passes, yes. But otherwise, a really good outing for Blake Moore of NMC. Sharp ground ball over towards third. It'll be playable. Throwing over to 1. It's wide. A rare mistake from NMC. And they are lucky to only give up first base on the E5. Wheeler able to leg it out in the end, and that'll bring us to Paxton Alarcon. An opportunity here for PressOn to go and score at least 1. The way things are going, 1 might be enough to win this game, which does seem crazy. Based on the timing that we are having, easily we could see an inning of extras if we had to. Not that either time would want to have to go out here and give more pitching to the cause, but it could happen. Now here comes the small ball. The bunt. He'll roll foul. Good idea from Alarcon. I don't mind the idea of bunting here. Again, smaller schools, especially in the home Stark area, they are more known for bunting and their small ball abilities. So why not play into that and try to do it here? Alarcon, though, takes that one. A nice block from Colloran behind the plates. Count now even. But a great day at the ballpark. Some big wins, 2-run rules, a 7-run win in the last game, but this one it's going to take the cake. The 1-1, Moore will miss low. So far today, 10-2 in 5. 12-0 in 3. Then 8-1 in a full 7 innings. Runner goes here, the bunt, it's going to be popped up, and it's going to get down. Alarcon plays it perfectly, and there is no throw down to first. Talk about a perfect bunt on the bunt and run. A big call for PressOn to try it. It works out perfectly. Put 2 on, none down, and it's Damon Schroyer's turn. What a huge play. If that ball was caught, that's an easy double play. He had to get that one a little bit more down, but in the end, it just gets away from everybody. And Alarcon easily legs it out, and they go right back to the bunts here as this one is fouled away. Small ball at its finest. I'll tell you what, over at Alliance, I think Jeff Graffis would be jealous of this kind of small ball play. He might have to go out here and learn from PressOn how to small ball his way to a 10-0 victory in the EBC. He could, easily. Wouldn't be surprised. Again, the bunt is shown. This bunt, it's going to get down. Throw on over to first base. It's picked up. And nice scoop for out number 1. It had to be there for McCune. He got it. But that bunt out will move both runners up 90 feet. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away. 2 big bunts this inning. And now you have a chance to go and take your first lead of the game. As here comes Brody Hartzler. What a chance for the center fielder. But there is strike 1. Not a good thing that the bunts are falling the way they are, but for Blake Moore with the scouts here to show that you can battle in a tough spot, it's an opportunity. It depends on how he plays, if it's good or bad. Again, a bunt. Really surprising there on the 0-1. Can't be too shocked just based on their identity as a team. But I kind of would have been a big fan of swinging away and trying to get the sac fly, which, again, it does seem like you're getting one and parking the bus with it a little bit. But I wouldn't hate the idea of just trying to force across the first run and work from there. The infield, though, is in. The 0-2, chopped, but foul. As well, if your coach hands you down at third, how aggressive are you with sending the runner? That is why I also don't like the bunt. The play is going to come home. We all know that NMC is going to be gunning for that runner. Unless you're trying a suicide squeeze Coach Edwards style, I don't know if you do it. The 0-2 pops up and out of play it goes. And that'll land in the bleachers next to us somewhere. Still rolling down somewhere as well. I'll tell you what, this angle of Schoonover Stadium, the wide view, you get to see everything and everybody. It's a beautiful shot, and it's a beautiful facility here. Once again, the 0-2, this one skips in. Time now 4:01, 45 minutes in, and we are nearly, maybe not nearly, but going towards the end of the 4th. Quickest game of the day so far, and that is considering we're playing all the innings. The 1-2, swing and a miss, a massive strikeout for Blake Moore. 2 down now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 2 runners in scoring position. It's the first baseman, Isaac Yoder's turn. What a big spot here for the righty. Number 10, a lot of pressure on him right now to provide a spark. And with that spark, a lead in the middle of the game for PressOn Athletics. You got these runners into a spot where they could score. Can they come around? Yoder takes strike 1. It's worth noting, if 1 run scores and 1 run only, it would be an unearned run because he reached on an error. So it would not count against Blake Moore. The 0-1, a good hold, but did he go? Yes! A late decision makes it 0-2, but I do agree with it. Yoder down to his final strike, has to try it here. Can NMC get out of this 4th inning jam? 2 strike counts. Not quite, it's off the plate. Not a bad spot to hit, a good setup from Colloran behind the dish. But at least one more pitch incoming for Blake Moore. 6 punch downs today, looking for his 7th. Or at least a way out of this inning. This time goes inside, working east-west, and that's line plenty south. A little too much south in the end. After Yoder, it will go to Micah Slabach. And now Yoder will step out and take a second for himself. The first 2 times at Kent this year for us, bringing 2 classics. What a way to begin the year here at Kent. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Moore will get out of the inning. He has 7 strikeouts on the day. And it'll remain scoreless through 4. Colloran and Moore exchange a fist bump along with Moore and coach. On to the 5th inning we go at Schoonover Stadium. Still scoreless, still a pitcher's duel, still an amazing nightcap.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we get back to the action, looking at our broadcast schedule for the rest of the week, we have 7 more games to go. That's right, we have 7 more games to go, and the silver lining for me is we're halfway there. Let's go, halfway to 15. But tomorrow, 2 basketball games, Warrensville versus Canton McKinley at 6. And then at 7, it is the Lockton High School Summer League Championship game. The winner of that game takes on the winner of Garfield and Lutheran West. Good fly ball sent to deep left center field. And it is going to be tracked down and caught in left field by Schlabach for out number 1, retiring Braden Colloran. Our 3rd year covering the championship, 2nd via video, as we'll have a special announcement from Chris Walker, the founder and the operator of Fun Games Live and the high school locked-in Summer League, about his officiating courses. And beyond that, we'll have some extra presentations, including the awards ceremony and the trophy presentation after the championship game. Then, we'll plan on being at Akron for 5 games starting at 8:30 in the morning on Sunday. The 1-0 will connect, evening things up on McCune. 0 for 1 today, grounding out to Wheeler at 3rd. So far, 1 hit in this game for NMC. 1-1, swing and a miss. Outside of the bunt single, we have 2 actual hits. We have a single and a double, but the bunt single makes it 2 hits for PressOn, 1 for NMC. Not a whole lot of offense today, and no free passes given up yet by Lancaster. Here's the 1-2. McCune plays this one over towards short. It's going to be booted. Throwing over to 1 won't happen. It'll be an E6 on Miller. And NMC will have a 1-out base runner for River Blomquist to work with. Double back in game number 1 today, but struck out his first time up in game number 2. Again, one of the youngest players on this roster, if not the youngest player for NMC. Still 16, playing in a 17U division. But he doesn't play like it at all. He plays like he has wisdom beyond his years, not just in baseball, but also in football. And that's a trait that a college will definitely love when recruiting him. The 1-0 Blomquist, a rocket into right field and down. The 2nd hit of the game for NMC, and that'll put runners at the corners. A massive swing from Blomquist, and now a chance for Cade Leach to be the hero and drive in the first run of the game. Not even an hour in, but we are in the top of the 5th inning. And for NMC, this is where they can change the game and turn it in their favor officially. They have battled hard to get here. A lot of good effort from them today. They just need a little bit more. Easier said than done, but they really do need it. Bunt shown, runner's going to go. It's going to be cut off. Actually, no, it's going to go all the way through, and they got him. Typically, that's a cutoff play, but Alarcon gets the throw out at seconds. So a massive second out, and I'm confused why he didn't come home then. You would think if he goes all the way through, then maybe you do, especially if he's going for the tag. And I kind of think based on how it went, it may have been truly in its sense as that, I believe, was a ball. But what a play for Alarcon out of nowhere. That's how you can get out of an inning. That's the kind of play that'll help you get recruited at the next level as well. Leach still a chance to give NMC the lead here as he fouls this one away. Down to his final strike this inning. NMC, they need to capitalize here. How many more opportunities will this group get? That's the question. Lancaster gets to work. This one driven into center field and caught. A simple snag from Hartzler, but a massive one for PressOn. Alarcon, the great throw from behind the plate to second. And there's the catch from Hartzler. Crisis avoided for PressOn. To the bottom of the fifth we go. It remains scoreless here as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
NMC and PressOn have come so close in their last at-bats to getting on the board at long last. But still, in the bottom of the fifth, it remains scoreless, and small ball appears to be the game of choice for PressOn. On the count of Schlabach offers. Not even an hour in. Started at 3:15, it's 4:11. Crazy how quick this game has gone by. But still no runs. And the next game beginning at 5:30 will probably begin then because both teams aren't here. There's two new teams coming in. But of course the focus is this one as we could go all the way until 5:15. And as of right now, we might not have a winner in the actual prescribed 7 innings. The 1-2 well inside from Moore. Question is, how much longer can Moore and Lancaster go in this game? And it's impressive for Lancaster. Hasn't pitched in a couple of weeks. Hasn't pitched since Strasburg got knocked out in the regional tournaments. But he has looked really fresh today and really crisp. The 2-2 ground ball going over towards short. Leach's throw to one is on the money. It's 1 up, 1 down to begin the home part of the fifth. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Andrew Lancaster himself 0 for 1 today, but walked his last time up. One of these teams will have to find a run at some point. The question is how? It's a weird question to ask, but it's still a very fitting one. As well, once this game ends, if it ever does end, Stick with us as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville following our final commercial break. The 0-1 will miss wide. Once again, for those in the area wanting to watch some Wednesday night baseball, head on out to Schoonover Stadium. It'll be a 5:30 first pitch between T3 Mendoza and Force Cruz. Again, we will not be here for that game with the weather coming in. Not really safe for the equipment to have to get a quick getaway. So we're going to try to beat the inclement weather and be proactive. The 2-1 skips in for ball 3. But we'll have 5 games on Sunday as of right now, so don't worry about that. We'll be having plenty of games, and of course, we still have 2 more tomorrow. Our 3rd day in a row of being on the baseball/basketball grind, as there is the swing and a miss on the 3-1. Very active this week. Broadcast number 8 for us in total across the last 3 days. Moore, locked and ready, payoff pitch, flown into right field, and it is going to easily be tracked down for out number 2. River Blomquist has played right field both games, and in both games he has been stellar. Doesn't have to do too much out there, just has to get under it and make a play. And he made that play with ease. With a quick out, we could get through 5 whole innings in 1 hour. 4:15 was kind of the start time, or 3:15 was initially the start time. We started at 3:16, a minute late. So, we can go an hour with no runs and 5 innings of play. Which would be surprising, but not the weirdest thing ever. The 1-0 perfectly in there from Moore. He has 7 strikeouts. Lancaster so far has the 3. All 3 came in the first go-around. Hasn't had one since the second out of the 3rd inning. Moore has been, more consistent in that department, getting 2 to close out last inning. None yet here, but a chance to get his first of the inning. He's 8th overall with a 1-2 count on Carson Yoder, the second baseman, who has flown out twice today. Instead, he misses high with the 1-2, evening things up at 2-2. As for NMC, Briggs, Cotton, and Rimke. Bottom 3 due up in the top of the 6th. Good grounder down the left field line and through into the corner in a hurry. This is going to be extra bases for PressOn. And it's a big 2-out double. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Carson Yoder. A massive swing, hugged the line perfectly. That's the spark PressOn has been waiting for 5 innings. Their 3rd hit of the game, their 2nd non-bunt hit, and their 1st extra base knock. A really good swing, put plenty behind it, and then from there, it was off to the races, getting to second base. Now setting up A.J. Miller. What a chance for A.J. to try and give PressOn the lead in the 5th. Officially now an hour in. What does this last hour have in store? Chin music at least. After Miller, it goes to Cam Stevens. No action right now in either bullpen. Both sides drawing their line in the stand with their starting pitchers. And again, that one nearly comes in and runs and hits them. Moore and Lancaster, the pitcher's duel. A true pitcher's duel. But will Moore fall in the bottom of the 5th and give up the first run of the game? The 2-0 driven foul off towards right field. Again, opening game of the tournament for PressOn. Opening game of the season for PressOn. NMC, this is game number 14 for them, or 15 rather, and game number 2 of this tournament, but it just feels bigger than that. The 2-1 swing and a miss. And again, the scouts are still here. They're here for certain guys, but if somebody else can step up and make something happen, they might be changing who they are here for in the end and double dip. The 2-2 runs inside, and we are full. Full count on Miller. Again, Stevens in the on-deck circle, and after him, it's Wheeler. What a matchup, though. 0-0, bottom 5, 2 down. Go-ahead run at second for PressOn. Can they do just that? The payoff pitch. Pulled foul. So once again, we'll do it. And it looks like the first players for T3 Mendoza have started to walk on into Kent State's Schoonover Stadium. Again, they play at 5:30, and again, we will not be here for that one. Payoff pitch again. It's strike three looking. Moore gets out of the jam. His 8th strikeout of the game, and we will head to the 6th inning. Still scoreless. What a game. What a night. What a matchup.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
How long will it take to break the deadlock? To the 6th we go, still scoreless. But one of the best games that we have seen baseball-wise all year, including the spring. An incredible pitcher's duel here. Andrew Lancaster versus Blake Moore. It's Keystone versus Strasburg on the mound. Both have excelled. The 0-1 swing and a miss. And the crazy thing with it, PressOn, it's all small schools. NMC, it's mainly big schools, and then you have the rare Keystone and Norwayne. The 0-2, did he get it? Not quite. Went for the bottom corner. But it just shows the stark difference between the big schools and the small schools, but they can hang. The talent is there no matter the level. The 1-2, that time, it's in there. 1 up, 1 down. Andrew Lancaster up to 4 strikeouts on the day. His first since the 3rd inning. Again, if we do go to extras, how much longer can these guys go? Because as of right now, it's far from a guarantee that we see a winner in 7. Could honestly become surprising if we do. Just have to see how things progress as that pitch will miss wide for ball 1. Actually, I take back any question I have about this, because that was pitch 51 for Lancaster. How is that possible? Weak poker on the 1-0, but foul. 52 pitches now. Through 5 complete innings. Through 5 1/3 has thrown 52 pitches. If we go to 10, he can pitch all 10. Not that they're trying to go to 10, but he has plenty of time left, barring anything crazy changing. The 1-1, driven foul, and now it's a 1-2 count on Cotton. But what a weird game with the pitch count. And I'm interested to see what the pitch count is for Moore. It is definitely going to be higher. I think around 70 is my guess. A lot of longer at-bats. A lot of strikeouts in comparison to Lancaster. I think that's going to be the difference. Lancaster thought for a second he had his 5th. In the end, the umpire says not quite. Just missed where he missed the first one in that bottom corner. And we are even 2-2 on the EH, who was 0 for 1 today. And now he's 0 for 2. There is the strikeout looking. His first 3 were swinging. The next 2, both looking. 2 up, 2 down now for Rimke. 0 for 1, popping out to second base, his first time up. I'll tell you what, when PressOn Athletics are on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, they do not disappoint. They did not disappoint against Longhorns the board last year, and they're not disappointing here. We call that game a David versus Goliath matchup. I can even feel that same feeling for this one. Is this another David versus Goliath? Again, 12-2 is the benchmark for NMC. This PressOn team, it's tough to compare. Lancaster's 0-2, just miss inside. But this group is one strike away from getting out of the 6th inning, and now to the bottom, a chance to take the lead. The 1-2 fouled off. And a nice snag by Coach just in front of the dugouts. Again, the coaching fielding plays have been outstanding today. Travel coaches in the area, you got to pick up your game. This is the new standard for it. I don't make the rules. The 1-2 just missed. Not a bad idea, but again, he's gone for the knockout punch in that bottom corner 3 times and has missed all 3. I would probably ignore that one with the punch outs. The 2-2, a good drive into left field, and it's going to be caught perfectly there to Schlabach, and we will head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Another strong defensive frame for PressOn. Lancaster hasn't thrown too much today, but he has 5 strikeouts, and he is cruising in this pitcher's duel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Blake Noir's afternoon is going to be over. More 8 strikeouts today and 5 innings of work. And the first pitch of this inning taken over towards third. Throw to 1 is there. 1 up, 1 down. A good start for Jake Rimke. Now on the mound for NMC. They'll be now 5-6, but 4 through 6 do up this inning initially. That, of course, does cut into it. But still scoreless in the bottom of the 6th inning. A great battle. Lancaster, of course, in a better spot pitch count-wise where he can stay in for a little bit longer. The question is, how long does this game end up going before we find somebody who scores, if anybody scores today? We have until 5:15-ish to start a new inning. And it is currently right before 4:30, so 4:27 right now. Could get an inning or 2 in of extras potentially, if necessary. The 1-1 skips in. Somebody just has to score. I'd be shocked, though, if after 2 hours nobody scores and it's 0-0 to close out the game. It'd be surprising, but would it be the most shocking result? No. Both offenses have come close, but it just seems like a bogey or almost taboo to suggest scoring a run. The 2-2 pulled a foul and again towards NMC's dugouts. But for the first game of the season, PressOn has handled themselves quite nicely today. A great battle that'll put them in a great spot going forward, in my opinion. I think this group, they can go out and make some noise. Of course, the key is figuring out the offense. Again, you face a kid who tops at 94. Right now, you're facing 87. It's a difference, yes, but no matter who it is, you have to find a way to hit, says there is ball 4 to Wheeler. They've had some good swings. Yes, you had the double from Yoder last inning. But unless it results in runs, it's not going to matter. You score here, you put the pressure on NMC right away to come out and score in the 7th. Otherwise, it's done. Which, what a turnaround that would be. Now it's Alarcon's turn. A great bunt his last time up, and he will duck out of the way of that one. If that wasn't going for his head, maybe you'd tell him stay up there and take it. Just, you're not going to mess with the head. You never would. Throw back to 1, not in time. But I think just based on where we are in the game anywhere else, you probably say, it's up to you, but I would. And that pitch will miss high for ball 2. But for those just tuning in, a great defensive battle today. Blakemore 8 strikeouts. Lancaster for PressOn has 5. 13 combined so far. Good swing over towards third and through down the line. Another nice swing out of Alarcon. This time, no bunt. Uses every bit of his strength. And now, 2 on, 1 down. Damon Schroyer's turn again. He bunted out his last time up in this exact spot. But Alarcon had to use every bit of strength just to kind of take that one the other way. Really hooked it. And that hook right now is a big reason why this PressOn team is optimistic. But can they continue to deliver? This time a high pop-up going into right field. It is going to be caught by Blomquist for out number 2, but no more movement. Pretty easy grab out there and right for River. Nothing crazy. And now with 2 away, you go to Hartzler. Hartzler 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout. Base hit could give PressOn that coveted first run. Jake Rimke trying to keep his composure. Hartzler, ground ball over towards short. It's bobbled. The flick to 2. It's in time. We'll run that one back on the replay, but the inning is over. That was their chance to strike, but couldn't get it done in the end. And it'll stay scoreless through 6. That was a tough one. That bobble could have been really costly for Leach over there at shorts. In the end, the play is still made. And now we will go to a really interesting format. It's the 7th inning, but because of where we are right now, whichever team wins an inning wins the game. No score. Do we have runs coming up? We'll find out shortly.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's Zach Gray in the top of the order leading off for NMC. Top of the 7th inning. The pressure is on this one. It is nearing its conclusion. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, live from Schoonover Stadium in Kent. Lancaster's 1-0, fouled away. Gray, McMillan, Courtney. 1 through 3 due up here. Again, whichever team wins an inning from here on out wins the game. But a tough task to get on the board. Sharp grounder over towards second and booted into right field. It'll be an E4 to get the inning going. Carson Yoder just couldn't bring that one in. And the go-ahead run now stands at first for NMC as they will turn to Aiden McMillan, the left fielder, over 2 today. We've seen so many big stops today for this press-on defense. This one is going to be the biggest, and it has to be if they are to walk out of here unscathed. First pitch high for ball 1. Again, Lancaster not really at the top of the pitch count or anything. I would say in the 60s right now. Does have time to work out of this, but not much. The offense, the support, it hasn't been there for him today. The 1-0 swing and a miss. His defense has been his biggest support. They've kept it 0-0 for this long. They've gotten runners on. They've gotten close, just not close enough. And the question is, will one of these teams soon get over the line? McMillan takes the 1-1 into right field, and it is going to get down. And now at third, it's Gray. So just like that, 2 on, none down. And it's Owen Courtney's turn to step in to try and give NMC their first lead of the day. A perfect single just past the right fielder, Troyer. How about this for Owen Courtney? Sac fly gets the job done even here. Is this finally where NMC gets on the board? Courtney takes ball 1 high. If not Owen Courtney, it turns to Braden Colloran. And we all know what Colloran can do for this offense, as we've seen it time and time again today. Runner goes 1-0's inside, and Alarcon will simply hold. 2-0 counts. Lancaster needs to settle down. This team in general just needs to find their rhythm again, but nowhere to make a mistake. Play has to be at the plate if this one's on the infield. 2-0 is to the backstop, and that could open the scoring, and it will. A pass ball breaks the deadlock. NMC will strike first. 1-0 your score in the top of the 7th. Gray comes around to score, but NMC has finally figured it out offensively. Now, how many more can they add on to try and get a convincing cushion entering the bottom of the 7th? 3-0 count on Courtney. The hard work has been done, but can you add on to it? Courtney, fly ball sent into center field, and this one will be caught for out number 1. Runner thought about tagging. McMillan, though, will stay put. So a routine fly out into center field, and now that'll bring us to Braden Colloran. 0-for-2 fly out to center and to left. Some very good swings from him today. Of course, had the 5 bases and 3 RBIs in game number 1 today for NMC. Or for us, game number 3. PressOn needs at least 1 run to extend this game, 2 to win it as things stand. But Colloran, a drive deep to right field, and it is going to get down for extra bases. Once again, Colloran uncorks, and it's an RBI double for the future Kent State Golden Flash. Make it 2-0 NMC. What a swing from Braden Colloran. Up to 7 total bases today in 2 games. And that's the insurance shot they needed. Again, some other ballparks that could be out of here, but just over Troyer's head, and then from there, Colloran cruised his way into seconds. McCune, dribbler, and now throw to third. Did they get him? No. They go for the fielder's choice. Colloran is safe. Put him at the corners. One down. And here comes River Blomquist. Already a 2-0 lead for NMC with both runs scoring this inning. That insurance is really, really helpful for them right now. How much more of it can they get? First pitch to Blomquist is low for ball one. As for PressOn, Yoder, Schlabach, and Lancaster, 9, 10, and 1 due up in the top, or rather the bottom of the 7th inning. But they gave their all today. But if this is the parting line, what a win for NMC. They had a battle to keep it 0-0 for as long as they did. Blomquist takes the 1-0 for ball two. And the rain is definitely coming. It is getting cloudier here at Kent State. Not going to deny that fact. Of course, the screen does kind of wash it out, but a relatively gray sky above. A runner goes over towards second, and he is safe. They are claiming he came off the bag. The answer is not quite. Chance for the bases to load here for Cade Leach. Only one down this inning. And as things stand, NMC will improve to 2-0 at this Kent State invite. Lancaster dials it up, and Blomquist did go. Once again, it cannot be understated just how big of a performance PressOn put on today. And they still have time to change this game. Blomquist, high sky, and it is going to be caught behind the plates. Nice job there by Alarcon, catching up to that one for out number 2. I mean, he got completely underneath that baseball. Nowhere but up to go. And now here comes Cade Leach. 2-0 lead. Base knock doubles it. And it looks like for the time being, YSU, content with what they've seen, they're going to make their way out of here. Still a few scouts in attendance for this game just to try to see this ending. Leach fouls that one back. And definitely, PressOn is lucky that it was swung on and actually hits. If not, you're looking at 3-0. Again, bottom 2 and 1. 9-10-1 due up for PressOn in the bottom of the 7th inning. They need one heck of a rally to either tie the game or win it. But not impossible. The 0-1 lobbed in there perfectly. Either way, Andrew Lancaster has pitched a good game today for PressOn. At long last, though, Will's offense pick him up? That's the million-dollar question. The 0-2 hits him. So the bases will be loaded here for Jackson Briggs. Still 2 away. A chance for NMC once again here to extend their already 2-0 lead. Right now, you just need something to fall in the outfield. We've seen a couple of lofty swings fall today, even this inning. One more probably does it. Briggs fouls this one off. Gets a piece of it. He's on it, though. 0-1 the counts. And once again, stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville. A lot of good players on display today. A lot of players could definitely win that award. Quickly a note to count on Briggs. Of course, a lot of that hinges on the 7th inning ending this way. Otherwise, it could definitely be a player that's not even on our radar necessarily. Again, the 0-2, Briggs takes it the opposite way and threw into right field. One run will score at least. Here comes a second, and he will score as well. It's a 2 RBI single for Jackson Briggs. And just like that, it goes from 2-0 to 4-0. That's the insurance NMC needed. They get it in the end. Jackson Briggs, his first hit of the day in either game, and it comes at the biggest possible time. This offense was bottled up for so long. Bottled up no longer. They are here, and they are showing up and providing NMC with potentially their 13th win of the season. Impressive work, but the inning's still not done as here comes Cotton. We started at the top, so here's the 9th hitter of the inning. A 4-0 lead to show for it on NMC's end. And nearly a hard 90 there from Lancaster. Just at the end, lost it. Still a chance for his offense, but as things stand, it'll be a tough battle to get back in this game. The 2-0 lobbed in and connects for strike one. Still a chance this next game doesn't start on time, but again, we will not be here for it as we have about an hour and a half probably from now to get out of here before the rain. The 2-1, a nice stop from Alarcon. So now 3-1 with Rimke in the on-deck circle or a replacement, but it looks like it'll be Rimke. And I would assume he does finish out this game on the mound in the bottom of the 7th. But we'll see. The 3-1 wide for ball 4. The bases are loaded and time will be called. Could be a pitching change or could just simply be a conversation to try and settle down their guy. But a pitcher's duel today was on tap. We got one heck of a pitcher's duel. But in the end, when push came to shove at the end, it's NMC's offense that showed up in the biggest way. And they are 3 outs away from getting out of here with a 4-0 win. So bases juiced, 2 down for Rimke. What a win. Again, this would be for NMC. Both games less than convincing. But they've still played their part today. Still tournament favorites in my opinion. I don't think I saw anything that detrimental in either game that would make me say, you know what, these guys aren't going to go out here and continue dominating. Good swing from Rimke, foul on the 1-0. But as for PressOn, again, great battle. But if their offense can figure this one out, the sky's the limit for this team. The defense, it's been there. The 1-1 fly ball from Rimke sent into left field, and it is going to be caught. An excellent snag in left field by Schlabach, and the inning is over. But 4 massive runs come around to score for NMC. Last chance for PressOn. When we return, it's 4-zip NMC, middle of 7.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Last chance for PressOn Athletics in the bottom of the 7th inning. Isaac Yoder, Micah Schlabach, and Andrew Lancaster, 9, 10, and 1 due up. 3 outs to get for NMC to walk away with a massive win in game number 2 of the day for them. To improve to 2-0 on the tournament, that would be a big result for them going in their favor. And again, they're a few minutes away from getting it done. The 1-0 from Rimke is wide for ball 2. Again, make sure you tune in with us tomorrow night at 6 and 7. 6 o'clock, Warrensville, Canton McKinley basketball. Then at 7, it is the Locked In High School Summer League Championship game. The winner of that game takes on the winner of Lutheran West and Garfield Heights. So 2 great games tomorrow to wrap up the High School Summer League over at Warrensville Heights. Then on Sunday, we'll be back over at Skeelsfield on the campus of the University of Akron. 5 games right now scheduled. We'll see if they happen. Of course, we could change where we are and how many of those games we do in the end, but we'll see. But after tomorrow is all said and done, we will have done 10 games in 4 days to kick off this week. One of our bigger weeks so far. I would say our biggest by far. Here's the payoff pitch, and it is low for ball 4. If PressOn is to make a comeback, it has to start here, and that's a solid start. As well, you do have until 5:15 to begin a new inning. Which I think if this game ends up tied again, I think you kind of have to go and say, you know what? Fair play. If it's close, we'll take the tie. Both teams want to win, but if PressOn comes around here and ties it, I think they'd win it in the 8th. It's just their momentum. But again, you see the top of the NMC order again. It's just a big question, a big if, as we're nowhere close. This ground ball through into left field, though. So 2 up, 2 runners on. A walk and a single. And now here comes Andrew Lancaster at the top of the order. How trigger happy is NMC going to be with a pitching change? You bring on Rimke. You think about him as your closer, the guy that if you score will try to end the game. But the tying runs in the on-deck circle and there are no outs. Do you think about it? Maybe, maybe not. It just depends on how confident you are in him and this defense. If this does become a more pressing situation to get out of it. This is going to be an interesting finish, regardless of how it actually goes down. This beginning alone to the inning has made this one worthwhile. 1-0 count on Lancaster. And he will fly this one deep to right field. Not deep enough to get past Blomquist, as he will make the grab for out number 1. And there is no movement on the bases. River has been so strong out there in right field today. Second time Lancaster has flown out to him. And now the magic number is 2 for NMC, as they will turn to Carson Yoder, the second baseman, a double his last time up. So definitely still a spot here that you can get a couple of runs home. But is it a little too late? Good take there for ball 1. And again, they've had their chances today. They had them earlier on. Just couldn't capitalize. That's the big thing. Opportunities are great. If nothing comes of it, it's just that. Another nice snag there from Collar, and a couple nearly getting behind him. But still, everything has stayed in front of the future Kent State man. Rimke's 2-0, taken for strike 1. A pretty easy strike call from here. After Yoder gets A.J. Miller and Cameron Stevens. And MC just trying to hang on to this one at the end. The 2-1, ground ball over towards third. It's going to be a tough play. Throw over to 1. It's not in time. And the bases will be loaded with an infield single from Yoder. Now 2 for 4 on the day. And here comes the tying run in A.J. Miller. This is where things get interesting. How well can you hit with no margin for error? One mistake, you're done. That is a really tough concept. But how well can you swing it right here? First pitch taken for strike 1. And again, the scouts, they're here. Some still here in attendance. Some cameras still up and recording. So the pressure is definitely still on these teams to put good film out. But right now, an 0-2 count on A.J. Miller. 2 takes, 2 strikes. So for a walk, a hit by a pitch, and a strikeout today. Rimke 1 strike away from getting within 1 out of closing it. The 0-2, take it for strike 3 looking. 2 down. Got him on 3 straight pitches. NMC 1 out away from a magnificent victory to round out our day at Kent State. Last man standing, Cameron Stevens. Ground out, strikeout, walk so far today for him. Good swing over towards left field and through. 1 run at least will score. They will hold the rest. It's an RBI single for Stevens, and that'll make it 4-1. So the tying run now is at first, and the winning run in Wesley Wheeler will step into the batter's box. Still a chance here for PressOn. It took them a while to get on the board, just took them too long in the end. But still a chance for some really late game heroics. Wheeler that time takes the strike. Needs something here. You need to find a way to bring Stevens around. The 0-1, fly ball into right field. Blomquist going for it. And it is going to go out of play. Just like that, PressOn is down to their final strike. Time locally 4:55. Not the longest battle we have seen today, but maybe the best. And I would say it is the best by far. Can NMC slam the door? The 0-2, did he go? The answer is yes. He went and the game is over. Rimke gets the strikeout, and NMC improves to 2-0 on this tournament weekend, and 13-2 overall. 4-1 your final. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville as you are watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Schoonover Stadium in Kent. NMC Carevic improves to 13-2 on the season with a 4-1 win over PressOn Athletics. Your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. You look at this game, 4 runs, great. Pitching, great. But the cushion, importance, Jackson Briggs, that's where I'm going with it. He will be your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. Those 2 RBIs at the end made this a lot more comfortable for NMC in the bottom of the 7th inning. Without it, it's 2-1. One mistake, and you're looking at a completely different game. Of course, Blake Moore did a great job. Doesn't get the win in the end. Jake Rimke will get the win. 1 strikeout for him and the win. He looked good today. This team looked good. They had to battle through some adversity, but in the end, they're 13-2 for a reason. The good times are rolling for NMC, and they look to keep it going as this season progresses. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. As well, if you want to become a broadcast sponsor / advertiser, information is on your screen as to how you can advertise with us. during our high school and collegiate broadcasts across Cleveland and Stark County. And on top of that, you can also advertise during our summer baseball broadcasts. So, again, a special word of thanks goes out to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville for advertising with us and for sponsoring us today, along with the 965 Midwest Challenge for making our telecasts possible. Real quick to wrap up, the rest of this week looks like this. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, it is Canton McKinley versus Warrensville Heights basketball over at the Lockton High School Summer League. Then the championship game follows at 7 p.m. A lot of exciting things going on in that one, so make sure you tune in live from Warrensville Heights High School. Then on Sunday right now, the plan is all 5 games over at Akron. Could end up being 4, as we could start at 10:45. Just depends on if we do have the box, as that's the key thing. If we don't have the box, we'll probably be here at Kenton then instead. That's the big thing with the heat and the rain this summer. We have to be in the box most times. We were able to be out of the box on Monday, but still nearly had some malfunctions because of the heat. It is a little bit cooler now, I understand that, yes, but we have to do what's best for our equipment to make sure everything's kept safe so we can indeed keep doing these broadcasts. So bear with us as we continue to work through our schedule. But whenever links are made and put up on our YouTube page, that is how you'll know it is pretty much locked in and confirmed that we will be doing that game. But time for us now to wrap up and head on out of here again. Not doing the last game today. Storms coming in. Want to make sure that we're safe and out of here in plenty of time. Best of luck to T3 Mendoza and Forest Cruz in the last game. 2 great organizations going at it. Forest and T3. Always a fun time when those 2 guys combine. But we'll let them do it here on their own at Schoonover Stadium. 4-1 your final in our final game today. NMC gets the win over PressOn Athletics. And once again, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Schoonover Stadium. We will see you again next time, hopefully tomorrow, for some more exciting local action, as you have been watching Kent State Invite Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again next time.